we need to have a real conversation. Right now, agents are feeling squeezed. Their commissions are getting tighter, competition is louder, and yet somehow the bills keep piling up. Your budget is still extended. You've hit that number. But that's not every agent. There's a large portion of agents, about 20%, that are actually doing phenomenally well. And this is because they've dominated their market. What is the secret sauce that they're doing? Well, I talk to agents every week, and I talk to some that are actually struggling quite a bit. And this is because they're paying $500, $600, $700, $1,000, $2,000 every month for platforms like CINC or Luxury Presence or whatnot. And they're quietly asking themselves, what's going on here? Why am I not seeing any type of return on investment? And I find that there's three things. They're really scared to downgrade, they're scared to cancel, and they're scared to make a wrong move. And you know what? As a bonus, I've also found that they're also scared of change, right? They've heavily invested. Some agents I've talked to, they've built out their site on a WordPress platform. It took them quite a long time to do it, and they don't want to let it go. They're holding on to it like a blankie from when they were a baby. And unfortunately, it is working against them. So, one thing that is common across all boards is that nobody wants to fall behind. But here's the truth: real estate world, the tech world, unfortunately, can tend to thrive on your fear. So it can sell you on the new flashiest idea, the flashiest bells, the flashiest whistles, the most advanced AI tools, the most expensive branding site that you need. But unfortunately, it's not working on the back end for most agents, and you find yourself just disappearing in the midst of that. So today what I want to do is really break down what these platforms actually do, where they make sense, where they don't, and what I'm constantly finding and recommending to my clients as well. And we're not basing this on hype, we're basing this on a system that actually works, that's worked for over 20 years and creates long-term sustainability for agents nationwide. So let's get into it. Let's talk about some big names, because the reality is there's quite a few out there. There's CINC, there's Lofty, there's Luxury Presence, there's quite a few. So let's start with CINC. CINC is really built for aggressive lead generation. Now, a lot of agents find themselves paying $500, $600, $700 or more. And it can be powerful because you're using paid ads. You're investing in your paid ads. It's going to run Google and Facebook ads well, if that's what you're investing in. Now, short paid ads are short terms. Do you want to utilize these? Sure. But CINC is really designed for people that are wanting to pump some serious ad spend in there. Now, be advised, CINC does charge management fees. So you might want to choose a platform that has zero management fees, because then you're able to throw more towards your ad budget. So when would you decide to go with a platform like CINC? If you have a real ad budget, if you need a lead follow-up machine, you need a system that's going to be constantly following up with your clients. And if you have a team that you want to train onto your system, they can also come here on CINC as well. But for most solo agents, for most teams, they find that CINC is really, really expensive, especially for what they're trying to do. And while they're getting paid ads, they're actually not getting any traffic through the actual website. And that's the biggest thing. So you want to make sure no matter what platform you're investing in, you have a website that's actually going to bring people to you. Otherwise, you might as well just get a free landing page. Second one is Luxury Presence. Luxury Presence wins on their marketing. They are marketing geniuses. The founder of Luxury Presence comes from the tech world, actually, Malty Kramer. He started this platform, I want to say like 15, 16 years ago. But what he did was so freaking smart, guys. He partnered with some of the biggest brokerages out there. And as an incentive, those brokerages offer their agents Luxury Presence sites. What we've found, because we've transitioned a lot of agents from the Luxury Presence platform, is that they end up with just the landing page site, thinking that they're actually getting the SEO. So when they find out later they don't actually have the SEO and they call them up, well, you have to pay for extra add-ons. You have to upgrade to, another package. You're going to be paying hundreds of dollars more a month. You can end up with a very beautiful landing page, but a beautiful landing page only works if people can actually find it. So You don't want to just be throwing money away. Okay. Remember, think of the budget. You don't want to be throwing money away. You want to actually have it working for you. So most agents unfortunately don't realize this, and they do fall into that, and they do end up adding like an add-on, like a blog or some other type of tool, but it's still missing the SEO. Even if you have Google Maps on there, that's still not your website. That's a completely separate tool. And that's where I think it gets muddied for a lot of people. You have to remember that your website is your foundation, and then you pull in things into your foundation. It's just like building a house, right? You're building a house, you need to have a strong foundation in the home. Otherwise, everything's going to fall apart. If you use crappy tools, crappy materials, if the contractors don't put it together well, it's just going to fall apart. If you don't have any traffic coming to the actual roads, coming to the actual building, signs telling people where it's at, then nobody's going to know, even if they actually need the home. So make sure that no matter what site you're investing in, that it's what you want. Do you want a landing page? Well, my recommendation is to just get a free site in that case, but know what you're sacrificing. If you do that, you're definitely going to be skipping out on traffic to the actual website. Now, let's talk about Follow Up Boss, because Follow Up Boss is a CRM that a lot of agents, they just love this tool. And I like Follow Up Boss too. iHouse Web actually integrates with Follow Up Boss through an API integration. But it's a CRM. It's not a website company. It's built to integrate with a lot of different platforms. Very important that you are aware that your CRM should not be fighting the platform that it's on. It should be working together in conjunction. So have it talk to each other. But a lot of agents think that, maybe this platform is a little confusing, but it's actually really not. And again, it can integrate with a lot of different ones. But let me tell you a story about a client that I once had when it comes to this AI. AI, there's a huge obsession with all of the biggest tools and flashy bells and whistles that come with it. I was talking to a guy that told me a story about he had a client whose father had passed away, and he had reached the system had reached out to him, and he had responded with, "My father passed away," and it had responded with, "Are you a buyer or a seller?" Which is not very human like, right? That's obviously a bot answering. So what he was looking for was a system that would think, that would respond with an AI chat, functionality of, "Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that." If you're looking for something like that, you will find that. The closest thing to that would be the Presence CRM with Luxury Presence. That could respond with something similar that he was looking for. But here's the thing, guys, you don't want AI to take the place of you. You are your brand. AI is a tool that should function alongside you. It should help scale your business. Replacing conversations for you, trying to replace that emotional connection that you should be building with your clients, you know, a lot of people don't really like that. A lot of people want to interact with you. They want to get to know you. And also, this is a big change for people. If you're working in luxury real estate, people want to talk to you. And other people in luxury real estate, some of them don't even want to get on the phone. They do want to text, but they still want to text with you if it's a bot just going back and forth. So use the platform, use AI to scale you. Don't let it replace you. And you don't need to pay $2,000 a month for a robot to pretend to care. You need a website that captures leads fast, that converts, that delivers it to you instantly, and nurtures those leads while you are unavailable. If you're on a listing, if you're out on a showing, whatnot, you need a system that's going to work for you in the back end. So this is where we step in and usually help most of our clients with iHouse Web, because iHouse Web has been around for 25 years and has over 400 reviews online with a 4.9 star rating. iHouse is very strategic in the way they're able to get their clients' presence online and basically open the door for you. It's an all-in-one system at a fraction of the cost, giving you visibility online, but also that beauty. You can choose from a ton of templates with a very high-performing IDX. It's a fully integrated IDX, but with hyperlocal pages built around it, because you need information to differentiate you from the MLS that you're in. Remember, Google Maps is a tool. You're doing that work, giving out your own link. Let your site, especially if you're going to pay for one, let the site work for you. Let the site convert for you. All those relationships you're building, let the site also Be your storefront and capture those leads that are looking online, because a lot of buyer seller searches still start online. So your CRM, let that handle your follow-up, your organization, and make sure that you're not overspending on a whole bunch of fluff. Build something really sustainable that's yours. And this is where iHouse Web really comes in strong for you. Comes in really strong for a lot of my clients because they're not trying to be everything to everybody. They focus on being reliable, high performing lead generation site and IDX provider for real estate agents and anybody in the real estate industry. You don't need to spend $15,000, $20,000 a year on a website just to have a landing page. You really don't. Or to have a digital presence. And even if you are, you can get a ton more than some of these other platforms. So the real question that I really want you to ask yourself, are you buying this technology because somebody's telling you to, it's the right thing to do, or because it's strategic and you have a plan put in place? Are you not sacrificing you for the AI? Are you still getting in touch with people? Are you building assets that you can even control? Because there's nothing wrong with CINC, there's nothing wrong with luxury presence, there's nothing wrong with follow up boss, but you need to choose based on knowledge. That knowledge is leverage, and you need to choose a model that's going to work for you, because just posting on Instagram, just using one platform is not enough, especially now, because what you're not doing, somebody else is. And if you want the flashiest, most expensive platform on the market, do it. That's your decision. But if you want a very smart, flashy, converting, scalable setup, then definitely book an appointment and make sure that you're getting your site reviewed, because you want to take a look at your site, your CRM, and we can honestly tell you if you're overspending and under optimized. So go ahead and book a one-on-one. But if you found this information help today, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so I can go ahead and continue to make more free courses and trainings just like this one. Have a good night.